Just to give you the heads up, we have a lot of really fun things that are going to be coming up. We're creating a lot of fun things. One is the drumming circle that Cindy Kresh and myself will be hosting at my own house. There's only 20 people that we can bring to that. So if you're interested, sign up right away. We have the soup cleanse coming up. So many things coming up. I want to honor the energy of the divine feminine this weekend as mother embodiment, as mother that has passed on, as divine mother, as the goddess. And I have been talking to you a little bit about her energy through the energy of the violet. And I'm going to do that again. And I know some of you have been with me each day that I've read this, but I'm going to add something because I think about you and how much you have to hear me repeat over and over again, which I don't think is a terrible thing. But I'm going to add to it a little bit more about our intention and the intention that we bring. I want to read you just a little bit something before I read you about the violet. And by the way, violets are out right now. It is the wonderful wild flower that is all over the place that I highly, highly, highly recommend if it's in your yard. I have it here for you, and it's kind of small and hard to see, but it's a little tiny purple flower that is always accompanied by this beautiful, like heart-shaped leaf. And my neighbor has it in her yard. So it was beautiful to catch up with my neighbor the other day as I harvested for hours in her backyard with her permission, of course. Make sure you ask permission. But if you want to take a look on the way out to see what they look like, they do look a little bit like periwinkle, and periwinkle is a wildflower that you want to take very little of because she does have a bit of a poisonous manner to her where violet does not. So you do want to know the difference. But let me just read you something that I'll talk a little bit about violet. So this is from the Sri Sukta. This is from the beautiful teachings of Lakshmi, which if I had to pick a goddess that represented springtime and represented this energy of Mother's Day and the mother, Lakshmi might be the go-to goddess, which is from the Sri Sukta. Let me read it. Let me say it to you in Sanskrit first, and then I'll go ahead and read you what I want to share with you. Go ahead and close your eyes so you can take in the beauty of the mantra. Om Ashvapurvam Ratmatatyam Hastina Prapuranim Shriyam Devim Upavaye Shriyam Devi Jostatam. Om. I invoke Shri, the Divine Mother, along with her horses and chariot, and announcing her arrival with the incredible sound of trumpeting elephants. May Devi, the shining being, engage me in her service as she pleases. So I want to talk about intention today, but this is what she says. It says, because of the gifts that I have brought into this world, I know my intention for me coming into this world is to deliver your gifts of enthusiasm, courage, inquisitiveness, and ambition to the world and its inhabitants. I'll say that again. The reason I came into this world is with intention. And the intention behind my descent into this world is because I've been chosen to deliver my gifts of enthusiasm, courage, inquisitiveness, and ambition to the world and its inhabitants. Because these qualities, they need to extract the wealth hidden behind their own thoughts, speech, and actions. This is the teachings of the Divine Mother. You and I came into this world with great intention. And this is what I want to offer to you. And this is a big one, I am able to override the environmental influences that are happening in my world right now by my vibration and my intentions. Holy shit. I can override my environmental influence, what's giving me what's happening in the world today, by how I intend to be in this world. So By what's happening in the world, I can choose to have worry or fear and lower my vibration, or I can choose to be in this world and be, I am healthy, I am love, I am pure service, I am pure source. And that is a choice. And if I choose to raise my vibration, no matter what it is that the world is telling me, right? Because honestly, the more we think about what's happening in this world, it's always been like this. We're always being fed whatever it is for collective management, collective business. And so if I choose, and it doesn't mean that it's not okay to listen to what's happening in the world and follow along with what feels right for me, that is absolutely necessary. But beyond that is for what comes into happening in this world, how do I use my intention and my higher elevation to navigate through it? Does that make sense? Close your eyes if you haven't yet. The violet. Go back to nature. The violet, what she offers us, is unwrapping the truth. The violet understands something that most of us have forgotten. It's okay to have a public face that is different from the one we wear in private. In fact, in order to deeply know ourselves, it's necessary. You may find or think that you're being true, authentic self by fully expressing each thought and feeling out in the world and sharing everything. But overexposure will send truth scurrying. Befriend your truth in the quiet and the dark and become intimate with its contours and inner dimensions before you carry it into the light. You learn yourself one truth at a time. Bring your hands together at your heart center. Anything that is poison, we can turn into gold with our intention and our higher vibration. Anything. Deep breath in. Release your hands, open your eyes. And come onto your hands and knees and press back into child's pose. So when we forget these very powerful truths, you can go harvest a violet and place it in water, maybe place it in the sunshine or the moonlight and let it be infused, and then drink that all day long to remind you that you can, one truth at a time, reflect, ingest, live a super intentional life. What is it like to live a super intentional life? Find your breath in, find your breath out. That high intention, high vibration to regain and reclaim your power. Always living from your truth. I have been a very big advocate on your yes is my yes. However you feel safe and loved and nourished is perfect. Don't give away your power. Give your intention the highest regard. Come up to your hands and knees and allow yourself to cat and cow here. Eyes open or eyes closed, up to you. I am able to override environmental influences with vibration and intention. And here's the thing that may be a little challenging, and I'll share it with you, just in case you set that intention and that vibration, and then all of a sudden you have this kind of plummeting and things seem to get worse before they get better. That's helping to remove anything within your nervous system that no longer needs to be there. So you might have a moment where things seem to be a little bit more challenging. Has that happened in the last year? Yes, it has. Can I speak for you? Yes, I can for that one, only for that one. Has this last year been challenging? Absolutely. Has it been amazing? In many ways. Downward facing dog. And drop into your hands and drop into your feet. And then allow your breath to circulate around your body, cosmic orb. Maybe it enters through the nose and then it circles the body, and it enters through the navel and it circles the body, and it enters through the pelvis and circles the body. I know this is all visual, but it's very powerful healing. So the energy that's surrounding you is also very high vibrational. Because it's very easy to take on someone else's fear, someone else's worry. It's very easy to take on the world's fear and the world's worry. Inhaling and exhaling. Release your knees back down to the floor. Stretch your right arm out to the right. Thread it underneath your left. Maybe take that left arm up to the sky or reach it in front of you. Make sure that shoulder stays that place that begins to open. And there's such a beautiful conversation in your body here. Where can I open? Where can I flow more freely? Nice, Veronica. Beautiful. Nice, Lisa. Katrin. Yeah. Elena, come on up and switch sides, please. So maybe living this super intentional life means making little post-its around your house. Maybe it's placing things where that you can remind yourself that you're a high vibrational being, and that to lower your vibration is to get caught up in drama or what is not true. Let your eyes soften here, even let your jaw drop open a little bit so the breath can enter through the mouth as well. Super beautiful. And come on up. Walk your hands all the way up to your hips and slide your right leg out to the right. And either come up to the heel or have a flat foot and slide your right arm down your right leg. Take your left arm over your ear. Nice, Yasmin. Nice, Elisa. Maria. Good. Taking that left hand down to the floor, let your right leg raise up to the sky. And then draw the rib cage in, draw the throat back, and reach back for that ankle if you'd like, right hand to right ankle, or keep it exactly where it is. Your bottom knee is on the floor. There you go. Yes, 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 Sarah. And release plank pose, please. Pause. Slightly past your wrist, lower all the way down to your belly. Pull your rib cage in, pull your navel in, rise up to Cobra and stay. So we don't want a high Cobra. We want one that you can really sink into your back. Andrew, come down a little bit, bend your elbows, get your pelvis to stay rooted and work in your spine just for this one. Nice, Kathy, take those shoulders way back. Drag your heart through, nice, Stephanie. Drag your heart through, reach through those toes. Nice, Linda. Jane, gorgeous. And press back, downward facing dog. Nice, Allison. Good, drop down to those knees, bring your hands up to those hips, and slide your left leg out to the left. Good, slide your left arm down, your leg, take your right arm up and over. That invitation to get your side body to get just a little bit longer. Nice, Meredith. So slide down, slide down. Susan, nice. Good, inhale, Katrin, good. Come on up, drop your right hand down to the floor. Slide that left leg up. Take your throat back, reach your heart forward, but pull your ribs in like crazy as you reach back for that ankle maybe, or stay right where you are. Beautiful. Nancy, yay, beautiful. And release, plank pose. Slightly past your wrist, lower all the way down, maybe hold a chaturanga for half a second, and then let your belly drop to the floor as you come up into Cobra, nice low Cobra. You can work it higher, but I do want your pelvis to stay anchored to the floor and pull your rib cage in. Slide your hands back by that rib cage. Yes. Yes. And you can always drop your chin in any moment, pulling in from your core body. Engagement. Nice, Melanie. You got it, Janet. Press back. Hi, Susie. Downward facing dog. Breathing in and breathing out here. Stepping your right foot forward. Lower your left knee to the mat. Inhale your arms to the sky. Anjaneyasana. And dropping your hands down to your right thigh, interlacing your palms, pressing your palms forward so that knee just moves forward, but your left top thigh moves back. Your shoulders draw back. Now clasp your hands behind your back. Shrug your shoulders towards your ears. Lift them nice and high. Now draw them back. And then as they go back, don't pull them down. Even though I want your arms to go straight and you feel like you're pulling your fingertips down to the floor, I want you to keep your shoulders lifted. So there's a feeling of lifting shoulders, but pulling hands down, and then lean back, but send that right knee forward. Right knee forward, right knee forward. Throat back. Gorgeous. Nice, Jane. Yes. Yes, yes, Nancy. Beautiful. Stephanie, downward facing dog. Forward to plank. Lower all the way down to your belly. Good. Up into Cobra. And then hang out. All right, if you can't hang out in Cobra, maybe come up into Sphinx. Maybe you're healing something. Listen to this body with great intention. Where can I heal? Where can I open? Where can I let go? Where can I raise my vibration so that whatever comes to me in this world, I can transform it? I am not a victim. I'm not a victim of the virus. I'm not a victim of what the world is doing right now. I am empowered. I'm high vibration. Downward facing dog. And if it's hard for you to say left foot forward, right knee on the mat, Anjaneyasana, if that's hard for you, right? If it's hard for you to say I'm high vibration, or that I can transform whatever it is that's happening, then write yourself little notes, little words, interlace your fingers, place your hands on your left thigh, press it forward, pull your navel back, pull your ribs back. I am sure that each and every one of you, because there's a couple of you newer to being with me, but I'm sure each and every one of you have worked this into your vocabulary. And I don't take credit for it, it's your credit, but we're doing it together. Take your hands behind your back, take your shoulders up to your ears, send them back. And then start to reach your hands down the back of your leg, maybe even reach for the back of your knee, but keep lifting your shoulders up, throw it back, throw it back. Keep sending that knee forward, 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 forward. Yes, 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 and yes. Hands down to the floor, downward facing dog. Forward to plank. Lower all the way down to your belly. Sphinx pose this time. I am healthy. I am love. I am pure source. Right forearm crosses in front of you. Left hand reaches back for left ankle. Drag your knee down into the floor. Lift your chest. Pull your chest through your arms. Anchor and breathe. That's why a lot of the things that we're bringing forth at Natural Yoga now is vibrational energy. We're going to do a Reiki share, virtual Reiki share coming up. Change sides where either you can receive or give. We're going to be doing our drumming circle, our vibrational drumming circle. Dave, Tulsi Dust Dave is going to be doing a gong. It's going to be only in studio, so it's high vibrational. It's time that we continue this physical practice in a much more powerful vibrational way. And release, downward facing dog. I am learning through this complication. I'm growing through this complication. Inhale the right leg back and up behind you. Heel to your butt, open up, stacking, but keep your rib cage in. Keep it in. And then take your right knee and send it forward for pigeon. Do that little flip over onto your back if you do pigeon on your back. I love the flip over. And then if you have your belly facing the floor, I want you to take your left hand back for your left ankle and or just click your heel toward the back of your butt. Yeah. If you have your back heel, draw it towards your outer hip. Now lift your chest, send your ribs in. I like that. You guys, everybody in this room is slightly lifted off the floor. I love that. It's a pulling up. Both knees come toward each other. Really nice, Jane, Jackie, beautiful. And then slowly release as you come forward onto your forehead. Breathe deeply. I am healthy. Even if you start to feel that little bit of congestion, and it's not to say that you don't move through whatever illness comes your way, but you keep raising your vibration around it. Doesn't mean you don't lay in your bed and take care of yourself and give yourself some warm tea and everything we know to do. I am healthy, strong. I live in a world that gives me the opportunity through challenge to see my strength. And then let's try, if your belly is facing the floor, let's try the twisting thigh stretch. So walk your hands in, take your right hand back for your left ankle and turn to the right. And in this one, pull your toes back and feel that sense of opening that chest. Squeeze your knees in, but pull your foot back. And release, downward facing dog. Gorgeous. Nice, Kathy. Nice, Andra. Go ahead, take it through your vinyasa of choice. Maybe hang out in Cobra just a little bit longer to give information to the body. Nice, Janet. Melody, beautiful. Yeah, Jackie. All right, inhaling that left leg back and up behind you, heel to your butt, open up. Extending your left knee through for Pigeon Ekapada Raja Kapotasana. Walking your hands up and taking your right hand back for your right ankle if that works for you, or just click your heel toward the back of your hips. Squeeze in. Remember, those knees draw in toward each other, so there's a lift. There should be some space between your hips and the floor. And then ever so gently walk yourself forward, forehead to the mat. If you're on your back, make sure you're flexing both feet. Nice, Kristen. Gorgeous. Breathe in and breathe out. You came with intention, dear Lakshmi. You created with intention. Curiosity, all of these attributes are part of what helps us to speak and act in a way of high vibration. We were born of intention. And if your belly is facing the floor on this one, go ahead and rise up and do the twisting thigh stretch. And I guess I would say more of a shoulder stretch here. So pull that left shoulder back, dig that right knee down, pull it forward. Nice, Allison. Gorgeous. And release, downward facing dog. Stepping your right foot forward, please. Bring both hands inside of your right knee. And then come down to your elbow, step your foot forward just a little bit more. Yeah, foot flat, completely flat. And make sure the knee is not passing the ankle here, so knee right on top of the ankle. So for some of you, you got to wiggle that foot forward just a little bit more. And then either come down to those elbows, both hands inside, or hands on blocks, or straight arms. The only thing I would say about straight arms is just be careful that you're not overly clenching, right? So that you still have that sense of lifting the rib cage, melting the heart, and breathing deeply. That's it, Katrin. Beautiful. Your back knee can definitely drop down to the floor. That's legal. Curiosity, inquisitiveness, all the things we need to speak in a way that brings higher intention. Ask the questions. Good. Let your right arm rise to the sky, right arm up. Pull your right low belly away from your right thigh like crazy. Lean back, lean away, lean away. But now lift your left hip a little higher. Oof. touchdown, downward dog. I make the noises for you. You're welcome. Take it through a vinyasa if you'd like, or stay where you are in down dog, or take a rest. Nice. Yep, some of you threw Vashisthasana into it. Nice job. Left foot steps forward when you're ready. Both hands inside. And again, find that space where that you can listen, open, dissolve. Natural part is dissolving and creating. That's what we're built for, to dissolve and create. To be curious, ask questions. I think part of what I guess this is all about is not losing ourselves, but finding ourselves in whatever it is that our environment and our environmental influences are. That is the greatest dharma, is to find yourself in the environmental influences. Take your left arm to the sky. Pull your inner thigh and your belly away from each other, but don't drop that right hip. Lift it higher. Pull your head back. Ah, touchdown. Downward dog. And some of you know that come on down to your knees and press back to child's pose. I just love this story so much because it just really kind of points out how that it's okay to change your mind. But I remember when I first started teaching yoga and I went to Omega Institute, and the teacher, she was a Kripalu teacher, and she insisted on us making all kinds of moaning noises. And I hated it. I'm like, shut the hell up. Shut up. But now, not that I want you to do it all throughout all the class, like that's distracting, but if you need to open the mouth and let out a sound, do it. Maybe even just a, that's a lot. We've been given a lot. So for our body, the violet is pain relief, lymph support, anti-inflammatory, nourishes our nerves, dissolves lumps, reduces edema, relieves dry coughs, and helps with digestive and reproductive system cancers. That's for our body. For our mind, the violet helps with serenity and helps us to see sweetness in others. You need some big jugs of that, right? Mm-hmm. Heart helps heal grief and anger. And for our soul, it invokes our natural essence of joy. Walk your hands up, coming up to your knees, and then lifting your seat off your heels and placing your hands on your hips, preparing for Ustrasana, camel. But before we take it into camel, if you can, reach your right heel up. So reach your right hand for your right heel and bring it up for a thigh stretch. Lift your right foot up off the floor and take it up for a thigh stretch. Take your left arm up to the sky. Take your outer left armpit back as much as it'll go. Beautiful. Lift your chest and lean back, pressing down through your knees. Don't twist this. Don't twist it. Good. Gently release down. Sit back on your heels if you can for a moment. If you cannot, just stay lifted. Take a breath or two. And then rise up to the second side. Lifting up that heel, right arm comes up. Again, that right outer armpit, can you pull that back? Your inner your inner right elbow, can you pull that back? And then lean back. So you have that shoulder blade deep on your back, throat back, draw that heel in, spread your toes, and sing a happy tune. Gorgeous. Gently release. Either sit back onto your heels, sit between your heels, or come into child's pose. If you could sit between your heels, that would be my first suggestion for you. If you cannot, maybe child's pose is better. Close your eyes and breathe intention. Intention is direction. What direction do you want to go? Where do you see yourself moving? Because it's easy to get stuck. It's easy to be the deer in the headlight. What the hell is going on? Infuse intention as I know you do. Maybe I'm just talking to myself out loud. Downward facing dog. And step your right foot forward. Drop your back knee, inhale your arms to the sky, Untitled. Maybe a blanket underneath your back knee. Good, bring your arms alongside the body, stay lifted up. Turn your palms, bring your arms alongside the body, turn your palms face forward. Lift your shoulders to your ears. Draw them back. Now lean forward into your right knee so your right knee comes nope, keep yourself upright. Just lean your knee forward, sorry. Lean your knee forward so the knee comes all the way to the tip of your toes. And then let your fingertips drip to the floor as you lift your chest more. Lift your chest more. Let your fingertips touch the floor, but lift your chest more. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Good, straighten the front leg, Hanumanasana. I know, me too. I have prayed in my next lifetime that I have longer arms. I know. Good, lean forward into your Hanumanasana, your Ardha Hanumanasana. You can start to straighten that leg a little bit more. Hanumanasana. Keep those hips square. Nice, Stephanie. Keep those hips nice and square. Katrin, beautiful. You do not take that right hip forward, Alyssa. Hi, honey. Good. Tack that right hip back. Nice, Elena. I love your puppy. Love all your puppies. Could you all get puppies? Downward facing dog. I'm just kidding. Don't get a puppy if you don't want one. Left foot forward, Anjaneyasana. Arms alongside the body. Bring that knee forward. So you guys know this, that right top thigh is going to get hard. So take the top of your thigh back. So your butt cheek, move it back as you send your knee forward. There's so much going on here. There's that wonderful building of this house of openness and freedom. But send the top of the thigh back, sit bones back, but then send the knee forward. Nice, Meredith. Take the shoulders back. Send the throw back, Lisa. Gorgeous. And then drip those fingertips to the floor, Melanie. Yes. Nice, Janet. Nice, Alice and Nancy. Beautiful. And come forward. Straightening that front leg. Ardha Hanumanasana. Or moving closer to Hanuman, straightening that leg even more. Yeah, I like that, Sarah. Feel that hip crease move back. Feel that openness in that hip crease. Yeah. Beautiful. One more breath here. Good. Now, all I want you to do is bend that front knee. I want you to put your weight into that front foot and then take your right leg to the sky, standing split. Now you have that left hip crease that needs to be awakened, lifted, softened. Draw your hands up to your heart center, Virabhadrasana 3, reach up. Lower those hands down to the floor. Take your right leg to the floor. Send your left leg to the sky, standing split. Point the toes to the floor. Take your right hip crease and feel that sensation of becoming lighter. Squeeze the legs. Bring the hands to your heart center. Draw up. Nice, Kristen, Elisa, beautiful, Jane. Yep. And take your hands to the floor. Both feet on the floor. Bow forward. Beautiful. Standing forward bend. Intention is direction. Hands on your hips, push down through your legs, rise up to stand. Close your eyes for a minute and just feel, connect. Why do we do pranayama practices? Why do we do meditation practices? To connect to that higher vibration. To trust that there's something so great here happening. And to acknowledge that it's easy to forget that. Hug your left knee into your chest. Wrap your left knee on top of your right knee. Right elbow on top of left, Garudasana. Squeeze your elbows down to meet your knees. Round your back and breathe deeply. Almost like when we were in Cobra, what it felt like to stay there a little longer and breathe a little deeper without an exit route. Just stay here. Eyes are sweet. And fly away. Beautiful. It's so sweet, right? I said stay and you stayed. Wow. Even if you fell out of it, right? The mind stays. Try the other side. Nice, Anna. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Yes. Go slow, mindful. Experiencing. Slowing down. And fly away. Super beautiful. Good. Sit back to chair. Utkatasana. And then we'll try that really, we'll call, it's called awkward chair, but let's make that name come true here. So round a lot here. Look towards your belly. Round a lot. Now keep your rounding in your back, but push your seat back to the back of the mat. Keep rounded and push your seat back. Push your seat back, push your seat back, push your seat back. Good. Now keep the rounding in the back and start to raise the arms up nice and slow. That's too fast. Come back to the rounded back. Go nice and slow. Now push your seat back again, Jane. Go back more with your seat. Stephanie, go back with your butt more. Back. Yes. Yes. Now let those arms just raise up by keeping all that in your body. Yes. Yes. Nice, Nancy. Rise up to stand. Nice, Allison. Bring your hands to your heart center. Close your eyes. I am healthy. Straight legs. I'm healthy. Strong. Love. I'm pure source. Turn your feet wide and sit into squat. you can't sit squat, maybe your goddess pose will work for you today. Nice, Linda. If anyone wants to do crow pose here, here's an invitation to do crow pose. If you're newer to crow pose, you might want to lean your hands onto the floor, lifting your seat up and just taking your knees into your upper armpit of your armpit. And as you lean forward, you just squeeze your shins toward each other. Maybe you don't even take your feet off the floor, but you just round your back like crazy. And then you lower yourself back down and lay on your back, hug your knees into your chest. Nice work, everybody. Lie on your back, hug your knees into your chest. Plant your feet and do some deep breathing. Ashvapurvam Ratamadhyam Hastina Prabodhanim Shriyam Devim Upavaye Shriyam Devi Jushtatham. I invoke Shri. I invoke Lakshmi. Because of these gifts, I know your intention behind my descent to this world. You have chosen me to deliver your gifts of enthusiasm, courage, inquisitiveness, and ambition to the world inhabited by humans. These are qualities they need to extract the wealth hidden in their own thoughts, speech, and action, as well as the world around them. May I be that conduit. May I be that one who helps to deliver enthusiasm, courage, inquisitiveness, and ambition to the world. For these are qualities we need to extract the wealth hidden in our own thoughts, speech, and action, as well as in the world around us. I'm able to override environmental influences with vibration and intention. Okay, draw those knees into your chest, dropping your right knee on top of your left knee. Take your arms out to the letter T. Squeeze your shins toward each other a lot. Pull your inner thighs away from each other a lot. Keep the knees drawing in toward the navel. Knee on top of knee instead of ankle to knee here. Great. Time for doggy licks if you happen to have a doggy in your room. There's no other reason you're lying on the ground other than needing me to lick your face. Good, now squeeze your shins away from each other, pull away. Flex your feet, pull your toes away, make space between your toes. Keep your navel drawn in, your rib cage drop down. Now squeeze your shins in again, pull in, pull in. Keep your knees pulling in towards your navel. And then one more time, pull apart. Squeeze away. Great, now take your legs up to the sky, stretch up. Now hold on to your right thigh and lower your left leg to the floor, but let it just hover above the floor, flex the foot. Press your thigh into your hands and then lift your head up and gaze toward your foot that's lifted off the floor. Good, lower your head back down, change legs. Letting your right leg just hover. Squeezing your thigh into your hand. So your thigh is actually moving away from your low belly. Lift your head up. Good, lower your head down and hug your knees into your chest. Come into happy baby pose, reach for your insteps. Keep your chest lifted here. Keep the rib cage drawing down. Hug the shins in toward the center, but pull the knees wide. And then leave the legs where they are. Clasp your hands over, reaching toward the ceiling. Clasp your hands, reaching toward the ceiling. Let the pointer finger reach up and lift your head up and reach between your legs, anchoring your ribs to the floor. Good. Lower your head back down. Stretch your legs wide to a wide V. Keeping your hands where they are. Squeeze your legs towards your navel. Flex your feet. And then lift your head, neck, and chest. And again, reach through your legs. Good. Lower your head back down. Keep your legs where they are. Take your arms out to letter T and slowly squeeze your legs back together. Slowly. Keeping your arms alongside you in that letter T. Once your legs come together, bring your legs ever so slightly to the right, but glue your left rib cage to the floor. And then change sides. Come back to center, hug your knees into your chest. And bring your feet down to the floor. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees drop wide. I had suggested during the week to bring, if you wanted to, because I'm such a fan of ritual, because it helps to bring anything that we might conceive as mundane into magical. That's the witch's dream, right? But to make some kind of a beautiful love pouch where that you gather some things that represent mother, whether it's mother embodied, mother that is past, mother divine, mother Mary, mother Lakshmi, mother Kali, to give it some love with Mother's Day approaching. Maybe create some kind of a place on an altar to celebrate that and bring it to life. And I gathered some really wonderful herbs for mine. And one of the herbs that I gathered was nettle, which I absolutely love beyond love because of its minerals and all the things it does for hormones and blah, blah, blah. It's so good. But also it stings you when you go to take it from Mother Earth. And I love that part of it because the mother does sting you. So when you're putting together these love bundles that you're giving in ritual, always make sure you add a little something that's going to sting you, something that's going to create a little bit of poison. That's what the world does for us. It gives us some poison so we can turn it over into what's intention. As you draw your knees back together, plant your feet and prepare for bridge. Maybe you want to take a restorative bridge and put a block underneath your sacrum. Maybe you want to come into full wheel and you're like, I have done enough back bends. I am ready for full wheel. Then you certainly are. So bridge, full wheel, or take a little block and place it underneath your sacrum. If you're in full wheel, feel free to come down or stay a little bit longer. If you're in bridge, again, you can stay a little longer or release down when you feel like you are complete. Sheryl. Yeah. And then everyone can come on down. If you're on a block and that seems to be really happy, a happy place, stay. I'm going to give you an opportunity to go upside down. Maybe that's taking your legs just straight up to the sky. Maybe it's shoulder stand, Headstand, handstand, forearm balance. Make sure wherever you choose that you keep breathing deeply. Whatever you feel is happening in this world right now, whatever you feel is beautiful. And add to that that there's something magical happening. There's a world that is renewing itself. There's a world that is shifting in a way that is necessary. And continue to send your intentions out into the world, your vibrations out into the world. Because there is a lot of fear still. There is a lot of anger. So for any of us that are doing the light work, we need to continue to keep our vibration high and support where our world is moving toward. And again, make that yours. Just one more minute here. Violet whispers, each of us have a sacred heart that needs nurturing and protection. The sacred inner sanctum is like a nursery for our deepest, most authentic self. It's here that new truths are born and, when allowed, grow strong before being armored into rationality and sent out to the world. Strengthen yourself from within. Collaborate with nature. If nothing else, if you see a beautiful violet, and especially make sure it's not someone who, whether it's in someone else's yard, that has put some kind of fertilizer down, then you can just bless the violet and continue on. Or the violet can bless you and continue on. If you find a violet that has not been sprayed, maybe take a moment with her. And come on down when you're ready. Take a moment in any form of a pose that gives you a couple of breaths. Child's pose, Virasana, on your back. Roll your head from side to side. And then please come on up to sit, take a comfortable seat. Left hand in Jnana Mudra, thumb and first finger come to touch and drop that on your left knee. Right hand in Jnana Mudra, but bring that up alongside the body like a stop sign, except for the fact that you're bringing your thumb and first finger to touch. Let your elbow drop into the side body, so you're relaxing the elbow down. Lift the chest up. Close your eyes. As we vow, as we came into this world as human beings, human offerings, we vow to raise our intention and our vibration. don't let this be something that I'm suggesting is a challenge to you in a way that it's too much work. Whatever that we do with great love is all that's necessary, and that will raise a vibration. So it's just a couple of moments of breath here, remembering the vow we took as we entered into this world as a human being. It's that very interesting moment when that we are waiting for someone else to change the world. That little voice inside of you said, "Don't you remember? It's you." Let your right hand drop down to your lap as well and take just another moment in silent meditation. You can stay here as long as you'd like, or lie down on your back for Shavasana. Ever so gently begin to deepen your breath. Your body stretch and yawn in any way that serves you well. If you're lying on your back, turn back to your seated position. Asatoma Sagamaya Tamasoma Jyotsya Mrityurma Amritam Amritam Brahmaya Asatoma Sagamaya Tamasoma Jyotsya Mrityurma Amritam Amritam Brahmaya Asatoma Sagamaya Tamasoma Jyotsya Mrityurma Amritam Brahmaya Amritam Sliding your hands to the space between the eyebrows. Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Happy Mother's Day to those of you celebrating Mother's Day.
Cheryl, thank you.